One of the best business books I've ever read was Managing by Harold Janine. That's a very old book. Harold Janine was the CEO of ITT, which or yeah, it was ITT. I can't remember now, but multi conglomerate corporation, and back in the 70s, 80s, and built that company into a huge multi conglomerate, owned all kinds of stuff. Outstanding book about leading, delegating, motivating, holding meetings, growing a multi-divisional company. So that was a fantastic book. And then I love reading books about people who've achieved great things. So the Tillman Fertitta's, Marcus Lemonis, Donald Trump's books, Ray Dalio, billionaires who have achieved a lot of success, and even people at the hundreds of millions of dollar levels. I love to read their story, how they built their companies, what they did, the risks they took, things like that.
Awesome. And outside of all of this, what are some of your hobbies?
I've been a lifelong surfer. A lot of people look at me, you're a surfer? So yeah, I've been surfing my entire life, and grew up doing that. I love fishing, and I love skiing.
Awesome. And if you had a number one role model, whether it's personally or professionally, who would it be, or multiple?
Yeah. So I have a strong faith. So obviously, my faith's important to me. So, from a biblical standpoint, you have all of those. Proverbs is probably the best business book ever written. But as far as role models and who I look up to, there's so many great leaders in business you can look back on. Like Harold Janine was one of them. Lee Iacocca is another one. In terms of business, Steve Jobs. Not as a person, but what he's done. Bill Gates, especially right now with what he's doing, what he's done, Warren Buffett. So, all of the great business people, over the years, but I'll go back to where it all started for me. I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki. What I got from that book was build businesses that generate cash flow to then invest in other assets. A lot of people get real estate. I didn't get real estate out of that. I got the other way around. So that was first. Then it was The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And I applied what I learned. I read that book and I said, I am going to buy in, embrace my faith, and believe this and go and believe in myself. The whole premises of that book is nothing can stop somebody who believes, right? So everything is possible for he who believes. That's what that book is built on. And then Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. So those were the three most fundamental books that I read that launched my career, and as people to look up to.